Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of Skateboarding Lessons with Skateboard Academy UK. I'm Sam and I'm glad to have you back today. We are doing another episode with Blind and Gwent Youth Service, so I'm glad you've checked in. Hopefully you guys found last week's episode fun and you've been out practicing your skills and your tricks. One thing I really want to emphasize at the start of this episode is the more you really practice those basic essential skills, having really good balance, really good pushing, knowing to put your feet in the right position, they will help you massively all the way forward throughout the whole progression of skateboarding. So for today's episode, guys, we got a couple of tricks and tips, some cool sort of stunts and impressive tricks that you can learn and practice. Hopefully you guys are keeping active and keeping safe. Now, I really want to just emphasize again that make sure you wear your helmets, make sure you wear your elbow pads, knee pads and your wrist pads. Use common sense and just pay attention to where you're skating. The last thing you want is anyone getting hurt, because it's all about having fun and keeping active and just, really enjoying yourselves. One last thing I sort of wanted to mention was resources, places you can go to find really cool skateboarding content. I think YouTube is full of really great skateboarding content, and a really good place to start is Thrasher magazine. You might have heard of that. Thrasher magazine is a skateboarding magazine and they produce a lot of really cool videos, all the best skateboarders in the world, loads of tours and loads of competitions and things. So if you kind of want to learn about skateboarding and see what the high end of skateboarding is, what's possible out there, have a watch of that. It's really good. So check out Thrasher on YouTube. Okay, thanks for joining us. Remember to follow us on Instagram at Skateboard Academy UK. I'm Sam and see you next time. Enjoy the episode. Welcome back to episode 2 of Skateboarding with Skateboard Academy UK. Hopefully you guys followed last week's episode and practiced all your essential skills. These include pushing, stopping and balancing on the skateboard. I'm hoping that you guys found a nice open space to practice your skateboarding, somewhere nice and safe and free of cars, really smooth to get your wheels rolling around. So today we're going to talk about doing turns on a skateboard. We turn on our skateboard by pushing our toes and our heels down. If we want to turn one way, we push that side of our board down. And if we want to turn the other way, we simply push the other side down. We lean towards the direction we want to travel. Stand on the spot and wiggle your toes and your heels down, like you can see me doing here. When you push one edge of the board down, this causes the wheels to turn inwards and outwards. This makes the board turn when you're rolling. So take a few pushes, get yourself a little bit of speed, and try one side. Maybe try your heels to start with. You're going to want to lean back a little bit on your heels to get the heels down. Then try on your toes. Push your toes down into the board and you'll turn the other way. The best way is to just get out there and try it. Take a few pushes and push down your heels and your toes. Make sure to remember using your arms and your knees to keep your balance and keep yourself safe. You can even find a spot like this and practice going around the lines, or you could set yourself some cones and practice your heels and your toe turns. This could feel really fun because you feel free and you're flowing around. So next up we're going to cover a trick. This is the first trick of the series and we're going to start with a flip trick. This trick is called a board flip. We place our board upside down and place our feet underneath the wheels with our toes under the board. What we're going to do is take a little jump and try and land on the bolts. When we jump, we're going to have to jump a little bit forward because the board rolls away from us. Land on those bolts and bend your knees. This is a top-down view. As you can see, I place my one foot under the wheels and then my other. This is how it should look when you're looking down at your board. If that's quite hard and scary, try with just one foot to start. Then try with the other foot. Make sure to land with your one foot on those bolts. Remember, you do have to jump forward as I've explained because the board will roll away, so think about jumping forwards a little bit. Then if you feel really confident, try this all in one go with both your feet. Cool, there's the board flip. Next, we're going to try another flip trick. This is called an underflip. I hook my foot underneath the board when the board's on its wheels, pull my foot up, and try and plant my foot on the top. Just try this on the spot to start. If you find this easy, you can do a little push afterwards. Or you could even try rolling in, stopping yourself, doing the flip, and then taking a push as well. If you want to try this two-footed, place your board down and just do a little gentle jump to land on the bolts. Then combine all these to flip the board and land on the bolts jumping forwards. This can be a cool way to get yourself rolling. Another trick we're going to focus on today is standing on the edge of our board. As you can see, when I place my board on the edge, it stands up on its own. Like we did in the first episode when we learned where to stand on our boards, I want you guys to just try putting your one foot on the wheel and on the edge of the board, and placing the other foot as well. Remember, you can always step back if you feel you're losing your balance. But if you feel really confident, stand up, use your arms and your knees, and try and hold it. So this is how it looks. The reason the board stands is because the wheels are touching the floor, so they're almost like table legs. You place your one foot above the wheel, nice and square, and then, taking your time, stand up and place your other foot on the other wheel. This can be a bit hard to balance, but if you take your time and take care, you should be okay. Step backwards to start. If you want to increase the difficulty of this trick, you could do a flip down. This involves standing with your feet on the wheels and rolling your toes forward. This makes the board flip down. Try this out with just one foot to start, just to see how it's going to work for you. Then when you're ready, once you've practiced your normal primo stalls, you can press those toes down forwards, tipping that board, and you should land on the grip tape. Land with your knees bent, and try and land on those bolts. A final cool addition to this whole trick is a way of getting into primo. You can place your tail on the floor, stand on the tail, and you can hook the side of your foot onto the wheel. Pull the wheel to the side and this should flip the board into primo position. You can then step on. You can combine all these tricks to do the flip down into primo, standing onto primo, and rolling your toes forwards to do the flip out. Amazing. So get out there, try these and have some fun. Thanks for watching, see you next time.